Hello everyone, FTDZMMAY here, back with some more Bloon's Tower Defense 6. In today's video, I want to try out this quest where basically the goal is to pop this party bad as much as possible before it actually exits. The score you're supposed to beat is 10, but I have seen videos of people doing this and you can get way over 10, so I figured why not give it a shot myself. So I already sort of know what to do for the strategy. I'll see if I can optimize just a wee bit further. I actually haven't even done this quest before, so this is why Patch is talking to me about something. I also have a new character here, Scoop. Hope we see Scoop some more throughout the future of the BTD6 career, I guess, or lifespan. Anyways, there is a bug you apparently can abuse, which you can actually go back home and then go back in and you can actually sell the heroes, which I will end up doing just because I think you need to play the round first, but anyways, let's start with a farm and then go from there. Yep, did it correct. So to sell all these, because there's no reason for them to be here. They won't be doing too much damage anyways, and we don't really need to worry about life leakage anyways. So really all I'll just end up doing is just kind of farming and then just kind of waiting until the bad ends up spawning. Almost said Bloonaries there, but I mean, I guess it is pretty similar. So it seems that they have new FSX for upgrading, I guess, for this specific quest. It's a bit annoying, gonna be honest with you. Alright, so here's this first party bat that spawns. I think it spawns from here, and it has 20,000 HP, as you can see. I don't think this would be too much of an issue. I could sell farms for Sticky Bomb, but of course, I don't really want to do that. I guess I could sell maybe this one. We don't really need to farm for this quest, as every time you pop the bad, you end up getting a decent sum of money. Anyways, let's go for Sticky Bomb, and then now we can start our shredding. Next thing we're going to do is Overdrive Spam. Overdrive Spam does pretty good mob damage, so as soon as this bad pops, that's immediately what we're going to end up doing. So I'll place my first Overdrive. I think it's going to pop maybe around here. Popping a bit late. Just need Sticky Bomb to hurry up and pop this. All right, almost there. Perfect. Not really perfect, as again, a bit late. So then we go for this. And then let's go for glue. Actually, I should have went for ice first. So I guess I'll put ice like here-ish. Come on, pop a bit faster. As soon as we get Embrit, that's where we're going to start shredding. Cool. All right, so we got glue. Oh, I didn't actually even use glue yet. Come on. Pop, will ya? You aren't doing anything, so let me sell you. When you get attack zone, use this. Alright. Now we are cooking with gas. Glue storm, let's use that. Let's get our damage adders. You aren't doing anything, so sell you. Let's get cripple. Alright. So when do we transition over into other things? Not 100% sure. I'll put you here. Not really the best spot, but I guess it'll work for now. Let's get rid of you, put you there. And then let's see. All right, perfect. Let's go for you. If only I could use powers here. That'd be amazing. All right, let's do that. And then let's do... That's not the right path. I got call to arms, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't really think top path village can be adding too much, so let's use that. And then now is where we start the shredding. So let's get permabrew. And then there's also a bug with Grand Sabo that you can abuse, so I will end up using that. So we are looking pretty good so far. We've already kind of passed the thing we were supposed to. So now this thing is out of range, which I think is fine. And so next we want to go for AOW. As heard, that is a pretty solid tier 5 tower. So let me put you, I guess, here-ish. And then, yeah, I think this is fine. And so I think I'll put my AOW here. Yeah, I think that's good. All right. Now, I need a Chinook, so let me get Heli down. I got Marine, but I guess it doesn't really matter. And then start working on Energizer. And so as soon as this band comes back out, we can start shredding for real this time. We are still doing damage to it, so I guess it still is on screen, but we just can't really see it too much. All right, so let me Chinook you here. Perfect, perfect. Let's get Energizer, Homeland, Glue. Perfect, perfect. So next, I think we can start maybe working on Paragons. Heard Paragons are pretty good at damage. This thing isn't really coded as a boss, so we won't really be doing a whole lot of damage, but I mean, I guess we can do some decent stuff. Also, I don't think I've been using Grand Sabo too much. All right. AOW is absolutely putting in work right now, so thank God for that. And let's get Dominus. It will be a pretty low degree, but I guess that doesn't really matter too much. I think we can maybe start working on Boat. Boat is pretty cracked, I've heard. All right. Let's do that. Do that. That cash is really raking in. Look at that. And then as soon as Homeland wears off, I'll use that. All right. And then we're going to get Boat pretty soon. It will be pretty low degree since, again, I'm not really going for like pops or anything. It's the only thing I guess we can really have, but it doesn't really matter too much in the grand scheme of things. And let's sell Attack Zone because you aren't needed anymore. Let's get Grand Sabo up. I need to remember that. Let's get Navark. What's another good Paragon? I haven't unlocked Wizard yet, but I think that's fine. Do you guys think Ascended Shadow would also be pretty decent? I think it would be too. Alright, so let's go for that. Homeland again, do this. I don't really think the Hook-in's really going to do anything, but oh well. And as soon as this guy stops attacking, I will sell it for Dominus. Or not sell it for Dominus, I'll sell it for Ascended Shadow. So let's move AOW, guess like here. Won't be receiving all these stacks, but I think that's fine. Let's do that. Sell you, and then get Ascended Shadow. Degree 6, I guess that's okay-ish. And I think this should have the permanent Sabo effect, so that should be quite nice. Any other Paragons? I guess Ace. Ace would be decent. And I think we'll just like barely reach 200, which I guess is okay for a first attempt, but I do want to see if I can do a little bit better. It seems that we're going to be just shy of a 150. So not the best run in the world, but I guess it was decent. Good thing I can do multiple runs of this. But I think this is a pretty fun kind of quest here. Just having you be able to see how many times you can actually pop a bad within a limited amount of time. And so hopefully they do kind of more like interesting stuff like this. I wouldn't really want every quest to be like this, but I think it is pretty fun that they kind of chose to do this route. Hopefully this doesn't go away within like a couple of hopefully this doesn't go away with like in a couple of weeks. Boy, I'm gonna show up this party. What happened? Alright, so only pops it 153 times, but I think we can do a tad bit better. I think we can do a little bit better. It's just kind of early game that's kind of a early game is just kind of slow, but once we pop it the first time is where we start actually doing stuff. I wonder if it's even worth going for a farm. My answer is kind of no. It's because I don't really think it pays itself off in time, so I think I'll just hold on to the extra cash and then just invest that into a ninja. Alright, so because we didn't actually go for the farm, we're going to get Sticky Bomb a lot faster, so that's perfect. So I guess it really is not just worth going for a farm at the beginning just because I don't really think it pays itself back in time. So now that we got this a little bit faster, we can start doing damage faster, and hopefully they'll propel us to 200. See if I can maybe try and crack 250. So I'm kind of curious to see when it's going to pop so I can place down my first tack there. Make sure the tack shooter is kind of right on top of it. Beautiful, beautiful. I think I'm going to guesstimate like right here. That's my guesstimate. And it seems that we might be a little bit off, so let me just actually replace. Come on, we're almost there. Alright, perfect. Now we got it. Alright, let's do Embrits. Now I need Village to to do stuff. I don't really know why I got camo, because I don't really need it. I might even sell sticky bomb actually. Let's go for a alk. It's a bit slow, but hopefully we can do a little bit better. And I think I'll go for this guy now. I think he was kind of the huge damage increase that we just kind of needed. Now, as soon as this guy gets out of range, I'll sell it for cripple. And then boop, boop. There you go. I think we should be doing a little bit better now. And so far, I feel like this is worse than run 1. Come on. Now we can save up for attack zone. A bit nowish, I think. Alright, got it. Alright, now we start going. And then here we go. Let's go for glue now. I think I got more than enough. Let's put it here, get you for decreased cooldowns. Perfect. So let's get permabrew. Let's use glue. I'm gonna get energizer maybe preemptively. Now let's get our homeland down. Now, of course, we cannot forget our Chinook. So let me get that. And I can maybe try and get some pops on Ace. So I guess I'll go for like a Spectre real quick. And now we're going for our Ninja to abuse the bug. And I think we can maybe go for True Sun God. I didn't get it last time, but I think the support temple buff would be pretty good. All right, let's move Chinook because it's out of range. Not move Chinook, move that. Okay, so let's start working on it now. Let's get Trap. Big Trap. Let's use you. And then move Attack Zone. Now hopefully Attack Zone has permanent buff. It sure does. Cool. Now I don't know if that's 250k, so let me just get a quick spalls. Okay, so we sacrificed some primary, but I think that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Now just to kind of speed this up, let's go for AOW now. Alright. I don't think we need all stacks on it, but I guess I'll try for that. I need to make sure I move AOW before I sacrifice. It would be kind of bad if I ended up sacrificing AOW. Now just to kind of do some more damage, I think I'm going to sell that for Supermines. This will count as my primaries, my support sacrifice, I should say. And Supermines is pretty good. Now damage is kind of slowing down now that this guy's out of range, but I think we should be fine. Alright, now that it's back in range, we start doing some damage. Alright. Come on, we're almost there. I think we can sell some of these overdrives because they aren't doing anything. And then let's Chinook this guy here. Nice, nice. Now the money's flowing in. And then I'm gonna have to sell you and then hurry up and move AOW away. Alright, perfect, perfect. Now we can start replacing our attacks that we lost. And hopefully this was worth doing. I'm just gonna go and win and say the answer was yes. Now we can start going for our boomer. And then that boomer will propel us pretty far, pretty far. Alright, what do I want to do next? So I just want to do like get the 2 cheapest ones first, and then we can start going for our stuff, because I did forget that Boomerang does buff primary paragons now. Also, our pops aren't looking too good. We just now cracked 100. Alright, let's get that. And I think we should start doing a whole lot better now. I don't really know if Ascended Shadow is going to be worth it. Not really sure what other paragon I guess we want to do next. I guess we could go for Ace, as that's pretty good. And I guess I could sell this guy for aces. I think Ace Paragon will do more damage than a slightly buffed Taxone. And then sold a bit early, but I think it should be fine. Oh. Oh, I got the wrong upgrade. Alright, there's Doomship. Still degree 1. I guess that's fine. Let me do Hue from here to here. This run is slightly worse, but oh well. Overall, still, I think it is a pretty fun quest. Hopefully they do some more kind of unique stuff like this. I know there is a quest where it's just like, you know, beat logs with, 80,000 cash left. I mean, that's pretty easy, all things considered. Tecterra can just solo half a chimps anyways, so guess there's kind of that. But yeah, pretty fun quest. Hopefully this doesn't actually go away. I think this should kind of stay as maybe a permanent fixture. Although probably not, considering the fact that, it does have the kind of birthday decals here. So I'm assuming once they kind of finish with the kind of the whole birthday stuff, we won't really be kind of seeing too much more of this, which is a bit of a shame just because I do think this has potential to be a really kind of fun quest. And maybe some testing to see if maybe like, 2 years down the road, see how much of a higher score the community can actually get. So yeah, that was that. I think it was a pretty fun quest, all things considered. Hopefully they do more stuff like this. I don't think every quest should be like this, but I do think, some of them should be kind of more kind of like this, or at least just to have it just kind of brought back every year, because I think that would be really fun. Alright, I would end the video there, but I wasn't really quite satisfied with the score I got, so I did another run just kind of off camera. I ended up going for farm, not really sure why I did, even though we kind of established before that, the farm didn't really pay itself back, and I didn't actually get the bottom cross path anyway, but I guess it doesn't really matter, as we did get Sticky Bomb at the kind of same time anyways. The only really major difference here is just kind of, faster micro, a bit better planning. I went for 2 overdrives and an embrittlement, and that did some decent amounts of damage, as you can see here. And as you can see, we're already kind of scaling just a tad bit faster than we were before. I'm definitely am getting, overdrives just a little bit faster. I think I was still a bit slow when it just came to kind of getting tax in general. I sold Sticky Bomb and some tax that weren't actually doing any damage just to get some more up here, as I kind of want that spot as kind of a chokehold. End up getting Super Brittle there as a good spot. End up getting Tax Zone right there as well. Got an Alk buff on it as well. Upgrading to Glue Shock, working on our Cripple mob right now. Now that I got that, we're starting to shred, and we're going for Homeland next, as the double attack speed on Homeland, as you can see, really does kind of drain that bad health. And so we were doing some really good damage there. Now it's just kind of spamming overdrives, just kind of all around the map. I ended up kind of forgetting to go for a Chinook, so I went for my Avatar of Wrath next. Just because that did some pretty decent damage to bats from what I've seen before. Got an Alk buff on that as well. Even got a Permabrew. I didn't really kind of go and kind of refresh Super Brittle, so it's kind of out of range right now. But I'm working on my Boomerang Paragon right now, so I'm getting some tiers on it while it's just kind of there. And so I end up moving my Super Brittle back and selling it, whatever. So just kind of placing more tax down just to get a bit more money for my Boomerang Paragon. End up getting some turbocharges just so that way I can get a bit of a higher degree. And so I go for our Glaive Dominus. Now it was degree 15 if you didn't see so there. I was moving my attack zone yet again just because I wasn't really happy with the placement. And the good thing about the Boomerang Paragon is it does buff primary towers, so they do get a slight attack speed increase, I believe. Moving my Super Brittle yet again. I was going for my Dart Paragon because I figured why not, Paragons do some decent amounts of damage. I wasn't really sure if it was worth going for like True Sun God, as we really only were using it for the support, and I just feel like, Paragons at this point probably would just do a bit better since they are cheaper, and I feel like they would help out more. So we're at the halfway point, and I am at a cool 100. Got my Dart Paragon, which was degree 18, I believe. And so now we are working on our boat and our Ace Paragon as well. So I figured that these 2 Paragons will hopefully be enough to be able to save up enough money for those Paragons, as they are shredding the health, pretty good, and you can't really discount the tax as well. So yeah, there's that. I do have a bunch of tax that I should have sold because they weren't really doing anything. We are kind of starting to slow down on damage, as you can see a bit here. But thankfully, we're going to get it boat pretty soon. The only sucky thing about boat is I can't really get too many high degrees on it, just because there's not really a whole lot of water space. And so now that we've got boat, I was starting to work on my ace. So I was just kind of selling all of my attacks just because, you know, they weren't really too useful at this point. We have hit 150, so I decided to go for super mines, you know, just kind of, as that does some pretty good boss damage. I went for a Chinook, which is kind of a bit late. I was really only going to be using it for kind of permabrew, just to kind of permabrew these super mines. We are starting to slow down a lot on damage. We've only progressed like, you know, 60 kills since the halfway point. So we were on pace for 200, but we just kind of fumbled at the end. Paragons just didn't really do a lot of damage as I was kind of hoping they would, which I guess makes sense because, like I said, I don't believe this is coded as a boss, and it's just coded as like a normal, regular bad. If it was coded as a boss, we could probably get so much higher. You could probably get like, you know, 250, 300, you know, stuff like that, but I guess this wasn't really kind of a bad attempt for, like, what was this, my third attempt at this, I believe. I think I will continue just kind of optimizing this further just because I really like this quest. It is pretty fun. So yeah, that was that. You know, if you enjoyed the video, you know, like, comment, subscribe, join Discord. Link is down below in the description. And have a nice day.